Hello everyone, this is VJ32 with another deck review from another Kickstarter project and another Halloween themed deck of cards. Don't you just love it when they produce Halloween themed deck of cards just in time for Christmas? Alright, this is the League of Monsters, and as you can see on the front, it says League of Monsters. It's a very shiny box, not like the zombie decks, which had more of a matte finish, I guess. And it says League of Monsters. You got some spider webs, cobwebs here in the corner. And then you got a bunch of different figures like Elvira and Frankenstein and whatnot. A couple other ones I'm not really familiar with. There's some kind of a hairy beast and whatnot. On the one side it says League of Monsters, and then there is a zombie that's coming after you. Sorry, a mummy that's coming after you. On the other side, again, it says League of Monsters. But in this case, the zombie is still kind of tied up in a sleep. Top says poker size, linen finish with a little skull. I think it would have been cool if they used a cartoony monster type name for the finish, like they did with the bicycle zombie deck, but whatever. The bottom says 2014 Cox Family Gallery. In the back you see the back design, which is a little bit weird, and again there's no seal and nothing on the flap, and again not USPC, as you can probably tell. They were originally going to be USPC, but they did not get enough funding, so they said screw it, I'm printing it anyway, one way or another, USPC or not. Let's look at the Jokers. The first one you get is kind of a red one. It says Joker in red, and looks like the guy's wearing a turban or something. It says Cox down here. And it says CFG for Cox Family Gallery on his chest. And again, it looks like he's either got an oversized brain or he's wearing a turban. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of a standard look. Except that he's on a high wheel bicycle like a vintage. So they combined a standard Joker with a vintage Joker and a monster theme all in one. The other one is basically the same, except Joker is in blue, and he's got just kind of a bald head. Go figure. The Ace of Spades features a mummy, a spade pip with cobwebs in it, which looks a lot like the Bicycle Tragic Royalty pips, and custom blue indexes. The diamonds, oh by the way, it doesn't say anything in that one. The Ace of Diamonds actually says Desire in it, and it's got kind of a it's got a different mummy in there, and it's kind of got, I don't know, looks like stones or diamonds or whatever inside there, and different pips. For heart, it's kind of a blood theme, and it says Passion. And the clubs has a checker theme, and it says in there, hard to read though, it says pain. But like I said, it's hard to read. Kind of weird, but interesting. The back design, by the way, is Frankenstein, and it says long live the king right around it. And there is some kind of a castle on here, which I don't like. I don't like this border that they did. This looks kind of weird, and it's blue, as you can see. Hopefully they don't come out with a red version. That would be ridiculous. Court cards, all the Jacks got the same figure on them. I don't know who that is, unfortunately. Someone Halloween themed. Looks kind of like a Dracula or something. I'm not really sure. He's got a key in his hand, and if you reverse it, it's got a white background on one side with a blue pip. On the other side, it's a blue background with a black pip, but same art. The red ones, same thing, white with a red pip, red with a black pip, which is kind of cool. And this one, he's holding a stick of dynamite or a candle. This one here looks like he's going to commit suicide, and he's got a bat on him. Maybe he's a vampire, I'm not sure. It looks like a Dracula. And in this one, again, a little bit different. And he looks like he's eating a claw. Hearts, or not hearts, queens. Looks like Elvira. And she's got a weapon. This one, she's got a potion of some sort. This one, she's showing off a ring. Maybe she got engaged, I don't know. And this one, she's holding some kind of a flower. And kings, or Frankenstein, the king. And he's got scorpion, and it says dark on there. And actually, all of them have something on them. I said go through that. This one says good and evil, although you have to reverse it. Here's good, here's evil. I'll go through them quickly. This one says life and death. Hopefully you can read that. This one says sloth and wrath. I forgot about that, my apologies. And this one says fangs and blood. So it's kind of an opposing word theme. This one says pride and lust. This one says magic and science, which goes for holding a theme, a potion, sorry. It can be magic related or science related. This one, it says lock and key. This one says widow and bride, and she's holding a sword and a flower. They're different a little bit. This one says dark and light. This one, the Suicide King, says king right there. And my finger is. And on the other side it says, I don't know if you can read it or not, but it says fool. King and fool. And in this one it says glutton and envy. Some of them are easier to see, some of them are harder. And then this one says hero and villain. So it's pretty interesting, pretty colorful, unique, cartoony, Halloweeny. The pips, interestingly enough, have kind of the same layout as the zombie decks I just reviewed. Each one is a different pip. These ones just kind of a gray spiderweb pip. This one is a checkered pip, which is kind of weird. This one, again, I really don't understand those pips. It is weird. And hearts, blood. It kind of makes sense. But you get the same exact layouts as that zombie deck, which is weird because it's designed by somebody else. These decks are designed by Kevin Cox. Kevin Cox might be a familiar name if you back a lot of Kickstarter projects, because he's backed a lot of decks on Kickstarter. So I decided to kind of repay his support on projects by supporting him, even though it's kind of a weird deck. I believe these were printed by MakePlayingCard.com, and it's sold. Compared to those other zombie decks, they're actually not bad. They actually fan beautifully, or quite beautifully, considering they're not USPC. And they handle pretty good. They spread quite nicely for a non-USPC deck. And I don't know, I kind of like it. I like the stock and the finish. The finish is an embossed finish. The stock is very similar to a bicycle. So MakePlayingCards.com actually produces good cards. Go figure. USPC like. And if you're doing a Kickstarter project, you don't want to do USPC, I would recommend them. Although I can't confirm exactly that it was MakePlayingCards.com, but whoever did this deck did a good job. I can tell you this much, based on what my deck was like, it's not at Magic, and based on the zombie deck, which says it's from a QP group, it ain't them. It's certainly not going to be one of those other companies. It has to be, I'm going to go with MakePlayingCards.com. And I like it. So that is the League of Monsters. Pretty cool. I'm not sure where you can buy them right now, if anywhere, but probably check out their Facebook, or I mean their Kickstarter page and find out. That's what I got. If you like the theme, go check it out, and I'll see you next time.